Hello, welcome to that Wildcraft. I'm just getting things ready for the next Wild Harvest work days. That's on every Wednesday. I've been working on the website in the background. There's a forum thing on there. So linking in with the Buy Me a Coffee page that I set up, there'll be a membership level on there where you can have access to the Wild Harvest work days and like different dock ops and the Boggarts of Wildcraft wood activities. We're going to be going out of the allotment today, or the pen, and the target species will be thistle for thistledown, because it's seeded like quite prolifically at the moment, and then nettle seeds because that's good for seeding out, and also using for medicine tinctures, just eating raw, and little chocolate balls, them anti-fat balls and stuff like that. Another activity, this hasn't stopped bubbling, but this is, it's right now to leave. It's using its wick. This is just sugar put on the fruit, and all this juice is the water that was in the fruit. So there's grapes and gooseberries and blackberries and raspberries, and so for the next work day it's going to be focused on preservation, because autumn's coming up, the 22nd of September, so I think we're on the 6th now. We'll be going out and getting heather and making magic wands. I forgot the name of the thing, but it's like the people used to, they didn't know about it all, like they didn't have microscopes, so they were more in tune with the spirit of things, and so they'd put sticks of heather in the dormant. See, this has done its bit, this sediment. They put it in there, and then they caught the heather sticks, and because it's got heather roots and things like that, because it's got loads of grooves in, it'd inoculate it and then hang them up to dry, and then it'd assure you that the dominant culture, or the spirit of the brewer, not brewing as in boiling, but that is what they'd call it. Wait until it starts to boil, and you can see like the bubbles. It's still going through its fermentation process, so you'll see bubbles popping up and stuff like that, because it's had no water. It's like fructose and the cane sugar, the sucrose, is it? Anyway, so that'll be for next one. I've got like some bags. We're going to strain it into this, and then people have, so from now on we've got the drying stations ready. We've got little some work surfaces, so we'll be going out and then just quickly visiting here to offload, debrief, and then say, oh, what can we do next, and stuff like that, and in and out. And then there'll always be something now from now on to take home as a souvenir. The products, either a craft item like for the paper, or even just the seeds, or anything that we collect on the work days, that'll be there every time now, because we've put in the work. I think it's 3 months or something now that we've been getting the site ready, but I'll just show you the progress, what I am doing today in preparation. I'm just gonna been processing up the dock. Anyway, I'll point it this way. So this area is over here. I've just had a tidy up of the first what was getting used as the drying station there. This is all nice for some use or other when we find it. So here we go. In here, these can be used for bests and brooms, and I've got like the hand mill there and a weighing scale. So this will have a tray there, and that will be ground up, so we can do that with the hogweed seeds that we got drying in the greenhouse and the hanging nets. But I was going to cut the bottom off a box and put like chicken wire and sort of shake it through, because it does have grass and the leaves, and the leaves aren't particularly good, and they'll be more susceptible to moulds and things like that. But So this has got like tiny enough holes in. I'm just going to use this as a sieve and see how we get on with that. So I probably won't go through all of it. See how long it takes me to process that up. And so we cleared this area, and this will eventually be used as a green woodworking workshop directly behind Hazel. So we are going to be coppicing and just letting more light in the area, and like you can see, sort of up there, I have actually trampled through a little path to eventually put a door there and join up the two areas, so it'll be to the coppice stalls. So this is kind of like a circle now, and I get the feeling like that'd be the perfect spot, sort of, for the green woodworking workshop. It's not blocking any light for any of the coppice stalls, so we'll be coppicing the hazel, the willow. Now this is whether it's been done by an animal. It definitely hasn't been done, well, it might have been done intentionally at one point, but that's a nice neat stall, so we'll be taking that, using that. There's two willow, goat willow, and this one's just fell over. Now that needs turning into a stall. So, and then there's tons of you see, this is a dead ash. All these ash poles here, they're all dead, so they can be used. And then this is a big grand ash to pair up with this one that feels like a century, right? We can put the doors there. Yeah, so that's building material, and then sort of letting more light into the forest floor, if you will. So wildflowers. I just found Angelica up there. When I was down Wales with Win, I nearly killed the village by nearly mistaking Angelica, because it was dead standing stalks, so no leaves on it or identifiers like that, so they're like globes on the poison water drop water. And I was like, oh, have you ever done anything with Angelica? And I was like, yeah, this is Angelica, you can tell by the globes. Oh, them leaves look a bit different. And then he actually found like a shoot, little spring. You see little spring in action now. We cleared this site, so there was like some vegetative growth of the water drop water coming up. So these are all nettles. This was mostly Himalayan balsam, but it's nice to see the nettles coming up. And then the new dock, it was just like that, overgrown. So there's that, and then we've got ash poles there, so it'll like sort of, I'm not going to do anything with the hawthorn. The hawthorn can give us other stuff like the berries and the leaves, and I just don't like cutting hawthorn. I think it's bad luck. And, so that, you know, there's plenty of different species. That's a big like sycamore maple, and then there's a big strong ash that can sort of help out, and the strong ash there, and then the hawthorn, and then you make the life, you can increase it by tenfold by coppicing, because you're lower more light in, and it just doesn't get sort of too big for its boots, almost. So I've just been going about looking at like which are not productive to the ecology as a whole, and to let more light into the forest floor, so that more of like a wildflower sort of flora can develop, which in turn, or we can seed as well, draws in other different species. And so you can buy your seeds in, or you can buy your tree cuttings in, but I've just recently learned that it's within a 10-mile radius you can collect them seeds. So there'll be certain different types of ways that bugs have developed in that area. So you might be buying, say, even like some nettle seeds or some wildflower type thing. For example, I don't know, say Angelica. I need to look into Angelica more, that's why I'm saying it. And they might be from Italy, or they might be from, you know, China or something like that. And they've got lots of different types of bugs. So even though it is Angelica or a nettle or some sort of like wildflower, it's still like the variation of the species and the ecology that seed is adapted to isn't tailor-made or tailor evolved to seeding out this. So like, we're going to go out and collect cuttings, dig up little saplings, collect seeds and save them within a 10-mile radius, or just in Rosendale, to seed out for more things for the bees. And so there's talk of hives. That were one of the activities that I did down Wales, which was awesome. Got to meet George, the bee guru. So I'll probably like finish off the video when I've processed up a bit of that. So I've just had a play with this, and it didn't take that long at all. It is working perfectly, so that's a bonus. First time, no modifications needed. And I'll just give that a little sifting for a couple of minutes, and you can see it's already starting to collect like the leaf matter there. And then there's this that you can just scoop up, and because it hasn't took that long at all, might as well save that for people to do, and we'll try and grind it into flour. It's worked pretty successfully. This is the leaf sorted sifted, and then we've got the sifted there, and look at this now. This is duck flour. See the powderiness of the consistency of that. It's nice and light. You could probably hold that up into the wind and bounce it about and get rid of some of the husk, but that's just extra fibre. So there we go. I'll leave it at that and let other people. And then while I was just grinding that up, that'll be the most time consuming part of the process. So it'd be nice to get some sort of automated thing to turn this crank. So I'll have a think on that. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.